Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and you may have seen the last video on my Yukon where basically I was losing tire pressure and found out that I had a crack in the rim. And you know, part of this is because these are 22-inch wheels. I see some scratch marks that are consistent with the possibility of there being a weight that was added there and punched off incorrectly or something to that nature. But end of story, the rim was cracked, and I was basically just taking my time looking for a replacement. Online I found a lot of refurbished ones, and they were coming in pretty expensive, $500. The whole set, also over $1,000, being $250 per tire or per rim, and a lot of these were aftermarket. I didn't realize. And I was really looking for something factory so it would match and everything like that. The dealership also wanted about $530 just for the one rim in Vegas. I also jumped on Facebook and Craigslist, and I was finding full sets of brand new takeoffs for about $1,500 or so. And I even placed an ad, a want to buy ad, with some possible sizes that I like. But what was really stressing me out more than anything is I want to take a trip soon, and it would be later than a lot of these would be on shipping. They'd arrive way too late. And so I was stressed out trying to find a way to go down to Las Vegas and back in the same day so that I could still get up early for work the next day and all that. So it was kind of stressful, the whole just trying to coordinate and find what I needed. And I knew that I had to be patient, but sometimes it's just really hard to find what you need in the moment. And a few years back, my brother bought these same wheels shown here for about $700 or $800, all brand new takeoffs, so I knew the deals were out there. I like this style because it looks like a FR500, even though it's a GMC wheel. And then I started looking at Chevy wheels, and it opened up a whole new realm. I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should be looking more for wheels for my truck that the Yukon can borrow for a while, and I didn't know what to do. And the idea for these, both for time constraints that I have and also for total price, it's probably better just to buy a whole set of takeoff wheels and get new tires and everything out of it. But the whole problem I was having at this point was I wanted something that would bolt right up to the Denali, because I was looking at aftermarket options too, but I wanted it to be factory, fit factory, not rub, be the right dimensions, have the tire pressure sensors and everything, and do all that within my time constraints. I was worried that the speedometer would be off by a long shot, or that a certain aftermarket wheel would not balance properly. It was opening Pandora's box for sure. I also knew Black Friday would be coming up soon, but it would be out of the time frame that I needed to have the new wheels on, and that there were aftermarket options, a lot that I would have to do research on because I'm not as familiar with the Denali as I am the Mustangs and everything like that, and also needed to keep the wife satisfied and make sure that I'm not doing a no-no for the Denali world, just like you wouldn't put a certain wheel on a certain Mustang. So I was on Craigslist, and ultimately I found something I was satisfied with. These are the AT4 Sierra takeoffs, so that's a performance package. It's kind of like the Z71 package, and these were off of a 2019. They were brand new, they were still nitrogen filled, they had the tire sensors inside. It checked all the boxes for what I was looking for. I just wanted to make sure it wouldn't mess with the speedometer or anything like that. Something about these wheels is that even though it's an 18-inch rim, there's a calculator that you can put in for the tire size and see how much bigger it is, how much it'll throw your speedometer off, all that. So I'll put the link to that in the description. So basically you can get an 18-inch rim and it ends up being the same ultimate diameter as a 22. I went to a local salvage yard. They had some 24s, but I don't think my wife would be too interested in those. So I was just trying to see what was available, considering options that might even go back onto my truck, because its tires are pretty much at the end of their life. But ultimately what I had decided to do was go down to Las Vegas, and from there just buy these wheels that I found on Craigslist. And so I went down. It was hard to count out that much money for something. But in the end, it's all about dollars and cents. How much would I be paying to repair a rim? How much would I be paying to transfer the tire pressure sensors over? How much would I be paying for a new replacement wheel and then new tread for the other tires? So in the end, I decided that buying the new takeoff wheels off of Craigslist would be my best bet. It would wipe away any doubt of if the tire had ever been repaired or broken in the past, how it had worn. I was getting new factory equipment. And while we were waiting, we went to pick apart. So you'll see Justin Johnson here as well. I'll put the link to his channel in the description if you want to watch his videos too. And this white car on the corner is actually a 35th anniversary. It was kind of hurt to see that one there, but it was pretty run down anyway. But we dug around and looked for some parts while we were waiting for the owner to show up, and he came in his brand new GMC Sierra, the AT4 package, and I bought the wheels from him. So I wanted these because these ones will be able to put directly onto the Denali. It has the tire sensors inside. And I bought the tool that's needed to calibrate which tire is on which wheel, which I'll make a video on. I'm excited to do that. But I like the fact that these wheels I'll be able to put on the Denali, and if I like them on the Denali, they stay on the Denali, because the bigger sidewall might be a softer ride. If I decide that's not what I want on the Denali, then I'll fix the other rim or buy a replacement and put the wheels on the truck, or even sell them, or whatever I need to do. But anyway, it's been a good learning experience. I didn't know there were so many aftermarket wheels already out for this car, and that they wouldn't be original, and you know, a lot of things to consider. And you know, like I said, this was more of a time crunch thing. I could have spent a lot more time waiting for the right deal to come along, and ultimately that will happen. I know it will. So I'll just see what I end up doing with all these. Maybe just get a replacement wheel and then sell the 22s. And I'm kind of thinking they're a little more prone to cracking, just the smaller sidewall and potholes and all that. So anyway, we did load them all up, and we got a few more things while we were there. And seeing my brother coming out here with all his treasure hunting. So that was fun. We got home, and it's funny because if I'm working on the Mustang, my wife says, okay, it's time for bed. And in this case, she said, hey, go ahead and put the wheels on. So I put the wheels on, and I was excited to put it in learn mode and set the tire pressure sensors. But unfortunately, what I've found out is that for 2019, they have changed it, so it will not work. I'll have to switch over the tire sensors from either wheels or buy new ones. And I went over and set it to the old tires, and it worked just fine. So I know it's, I did some research, and it is the 2019, they have changed it. But anyway, I drove it to work, and it drives perfectly. It's nice and smooth. The tires are a little loud just because they're off-road tires, but perfectly smooth and straight. And as I was handling the tires, putting them on, I realized I had made the right decision to get the new ones, that I don't have to worry about their past or anything that's happened. And I checked the speedometer too with an app, and everything is right on at 40 miles an hour. And also up on the freeway, I checked it again. So I'm glad to see that the speedometer's on. So anyway, everything's working out pretty well, and I'm very satisfied with everything. Just need to figure out the tire pressure sensors. So anyway, that's how it is for now, and I'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching.